I would like to punch you square in the jaw. Yo, queen! May I knock her ass out? Yo, she brought brass knuckles? Like, there's nothing here to change. She's perfect as she is. Don't hit him. Breaks his nose and his spine. Yo, he's loving it! That's my future wife right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I've discovered the greatest woman lead in all of anime. May I ask for one final thing has had a lot of excitement and buzz. It's been announced for some time. And I remember seeing a trailer, a little bit of it, and I saw someone punch someone in the face, and I said, hey, that looks fun. But villainess anime, they're all kind of the same, right? Well, what happens when someone who is a natural-born slugger, from a young age, all she's wanted to do was beat people up, but she had to be a proper noble lady, gets married off, or at least, you know, engaged to be, to a second prince who is an absolute cunt, and she deals with the abuse, she plays the role. But then comes a fated day. Some bitch steals him away from her. And to be honest, probably doing her a favor. But she says, may I ask for one final thing? And that final thing was, I'm going to beat you up. But not only does she beat her up, she beats every goddamn noble up who is a part of the second prince's little group. And then beats him up for good measure. Probably 10 years worth of abuse she's dealt with. And the first prince walks in with a grin on his face. You know the memes where I'll be like, hey, see some gothic chick like shaking me down, screaming at me, don't help me, I'm exactly where I need to be. That is the first prince. He looks at her and says, that's the woman I want to marry. And I completely understand. The only way she doesn't get the death penalty for this is if she probably becomes engaged to the first prince, who she also kind of hates because she's like, this man competes with me and beats my grades and, you know, he gets under my skin. But I ship them so hard. To see her not only beat up the woman, she then puts on leather gloves with studs on her knuckles to make sure the impact is extra. This is the most justifiable crash out I have seen in some time. And I may have only known this woman for one episode, but she is the greatest goddamn character I've ever witnessed. You make sure you drop a like on this video though, show your support. Subscribe if you happen to be new around here, and Patreon is where you catch my full live reactions to all this greatness and more if you also want to help fund the channel and videos just like these. So, I've grown to like villainess stories. I used to be kind of like, what you call a hater. I'm like, they're not really for me, but once in a while they surprise me, and then surprisingly, I liked most of them. So I'm like, oh yeah, I actually do. So, while I didn't really know how this was a villainess show, because usually it's like some sort of isekai fantasy reincarnation show, but you can also just have a straight up villainess. I mean, I understand why she hates the nobility, bro. Like, tear it all down, burn it down. And there's a lot of interesting things at play for future plot points, because I thought to myself, if you're going to start the episode off with her being tossed away and she beats this woman's face in, where do you go with the politics of the world? Like, she's gonna be hunted. Turns out her fiancé, second prince, first prince, lot better of a dude. Is he a little slimy? Does he have a little bit of a, you know, nobility bullshittery to him? Probably, but at the end of the day, pick your poison, first or second prince. She doesn't want the first prince, I'll take him for myself. Like, step aside, bozo. But it'll be fun because they already have chemistry, but they have that type of chemistry where they're very, like, they're competitive towards each other. So she's always top of the scoreboard for, like, school stuff. And then once he started to actually try, he became number one, which forced her to say, F you, I'll be even better. And then she is better. And then the rumor is like, yeah, but did he let her win because he felt bad? But then there's also this sweet side where, like, so he threatens to cut her hair. And I imagine if she would have refused, he would have gutted her too. Granted, she would have won the fight, but she probably would have been killed for attacking nobility. Granted, we'll see what happens with that in the following episode. But she was ready to beat his face in, and First Prince comes down and says, you're a douchebag, skedaddle. And because he's higher ranking, even his minions can't defy, right? So then he starts hanging out with her pretty much every day, bothering her, right? She's like, oh, I hate this guy, he's always in my way. But she clues into the fact that, hey, Kyle hasn't done anything to me, and it's probably because he's always around. He can't do anything to me while his big bro's around. So, there, it's nice to see that there's chemistry to it, and honestly, it has that humor, it has its violence, but honestly, it's unlike any villainess show that has come out. And I think my favorite part is honestly just how, like, both of the leads, they don't fit into the box that you would expect. Now, normally, First Prince would be super nice, super noble, super righteous, or he'd be the douchebag. So because the douchebag's already the second brother, he should just be a nice guy, but he's a troll. He has that little, like, he is literally the guy who wants to piss off the girlfriend because he likes being screamed at. And I love it. And she's the type who enjoys being able to scream at, but also can calm down and enjoy some company when it... Like, they're made for each other. If you don't see it, you're blind. I'm sorry to say you are blind. These two are made for each other. Now, if he turns out to be a scumbag who likes to flay human skin off, then that'll be a damn shame. But for the meantime, I absolutely support them. The dude rolling in at the end, don't hit him. We will forgive all crimes. Just don't hit... Sire, your brother's spine and neck are now broke. That's amazing. Dude just loving it. There is sometimes you'll meet a woman, and you know damn well she's been collecting herself for far too long. She's had a lot of bozos walk over her. And you just need that one wrong day, and that rage is going to unleash. And you can't even blame them for the shit they've dealt with. That is this wonderful woman, Scarlet. She is beautiful. She is wonderful. I sometimes will tell you, you can't change her. No matter how much you want, just stay away from crazy. She isn't crazy. And you shouldn't want to change her. She is perfect as she is. This is a wonderful show. Fridays are looking pretty damn good. And I'm not even finished my Friday watches yet. But this could be the only goddamn show I watched on a Friday. And I'd be sitting on the couch, smiling, being screamed at by this woman. And I'd be exactly where I wanted to be. This woman said, eat the rich, and she took that quite literally. Oh my god, let this woman cook. She is fantastic. Obviously, I expect the second brother is probably going to try to kill the first brother at some point, especially if we do go the whole romance route between First Prince and her. Oh, man. I think this one also got delayed at some point. I don't know, but they cooked visually. This is fantastic. You let me know what you thought of episode 1, whether you've watched the previews, you've been anticipating this one, or you just said, Brandon, what the fuck is this title, and watched it because of that. Let me know. Drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patrons where you catch my full live reactions to all this and more. Like I also like to give video shows to my patrons. So today we got Isa Jack, Blue Buddy, L.A. Rye, Phantomancer, Plato's Chicken, and we also have Jimmy Carroll. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Have a good one.